food poisoning twice. You know, a lot of us go to a lot of events, and you eat what they put out in front of you, and I can commiserate with you on what happened to you, because I know for 2 to 3 days, in my case, I know I was down, and you're absolutely right. You don't want to get too far from home. So you know, I can really empathize with you on that. And you know, Mrs. Lovato, your background sounds like my mother's. She grew up on a 100-acre farm in Ohio, and they had cows and some pigs and chickens. And my mom, to this day, still likes brown eggs the best. And but it's one of those things that our agriculture's kind of changed through the years. But you know, I've got to ask this question of both of you, because in reading your testimony and hearing you talk about it, and as it's just been brought up about that you didn't prepare the food. I've got to ask you this: what is rattlesnake cake, and how is that prepared? Is that something is it raw? Is it baked, fried? How is that prepared?
This is kind of a bit of an exotic restaurant. It's built like a fort, and they specialize in meats of, well, supposedly the 1800s, early 1900s, and they have elk and buffalo and bison and all kinds of things. But one of the appetizers is rattlesnake cake, and it comes like a little, like a crab cake, small. And they apparently boil the rattlesnake for 6 hours or something. Then they grind it up, and it's with breadcrumbs and egg and spices, hold it all together. And it's just comes on a little plate as an appetizer, and had some green sauce on the top of it, a relish, garnish. And I understand that that's where the raw egg was, or the uncooked egg was in the relish that was on the top.
So it wasn't the breading that was holding the whole thing together? I don't
believe so. I'm not sure that that's been determined at this point.
Thank you.
But I just wanted to say our farm was not a chicken farm per se. We had all kinds of animals, pigs and chickens. And
as I said, it sounded like where my mom grew up. And Mrs. Lewis, and with a custard tart, is that, and you know, my wife's not here to help me out on these things. Is that something that's baked, or what is that raw? Is there something raw in there, or how's that prepared, do you know?
Well, from what I was told, it's like a cheesecake base, and the bakery that made it, they always use a pasteurized egg solution, and that day they happened to run out of that and started using whole eggs. And so that's where the salmonella came from, was the whole eggs. So, but to my knowledge, it is like a baked kind of dessert, and then to a certain point, so it still tastes like a custard.
Well, thank you very much, and Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Latta. Ms. DeGette for questions, please.